Hey everybody, glad to see you're back here. How has your week been going? Mine's been not bad. We had some goofy weather, we had snow again, the really heavy wet kind, but it didn't last long. It was gone the next day or so because then we ended up getting rain, and today we have thunderstorms. So spring, weird spring, whatever. I'm plugging along. I'm getting some stuff done, and just, and I wanted to show you guys this. Dun, da, da. I got my seeds planted. You want to take a look? Okay, well, there's really nothing to see, nothing to take that great of a look at, but I'm going to show you anyways. I only planted these a few days ago, and so nothing has come up as of yet. And that could partly be because I normally start my seeds with a heating mat, and I didn't this year. I got a bunch of heating mats. They're all up at the cabin, but I figured, I'm already having a really late start, so what's a few more days? And I don't have any lights going on these either because I normally don't use lights for germination. Most seeds don't need them. But the few that may, there's enough light in this room, it'll be fine. So I just wanted to show you, maybe what I got started so far. So here, this last row here is a salad mix. So there's various lettuces and I can't remember, something else is in there with the lettuces. And then I have 3 rows here of spinach. I have mostly herbs here actually. I have thyme, sage, and dill. Gotta watch that dill though, because if you don't snap that, get it under control before the seeds start flying, you'll end up with dill everywhere the next year. Calendula, 2 calendula. I thought I had 3, but I guess not. Calendula is better known as pot marigold, and you make an oil with that, and well, at least I do, and I put it in salves and stuff, and it's a really great healer besides being a really nice looking flower. It's one of those, that the more you deadhead it, the more you get. So yeah, it's a good flower to have. Parsley. This whole line here is Swiss chard, and then back over here, this last row, I forget the name of them. I think it's like cottage red or something like that. They're a really tall marigold. It said they can get up to 3 feet. And I think they come out of, I think they're native to Mexico. So meaning they're drought resistant. And I thought that would be good putting them in containers. And they did say they were container friendly. Something new to try. Every year I like to try something new if I can. And, I obviously have never grown here in this apartment on that balcony before. So we'll see. I'm going to, there's going to be a learning curve here. And if you can tell, I'm doing a lot of leafy things because I'm not sure about the sunlight. And if you're dealing with part sun, leafy things tend to do better. So we'll see. Obviously, I'm not planting a lot of stuff, not compared to what I did in past years, but it's a good start, and I most likely will be buying some seedlings from the local nursery in addition to this. Oh, and I'm looking at it over there, over in a separate pot. I made sure to plant some catnip for my cat, but I do plan on foraging a bunch of catnip, whether for my cat or not, at some of the local bigger parks, because catnip actually makes a fabulous tea for people. It's very relaxing. I like to mix it in with other stuff, like chamomile. But we'll talk about that another day, I suppose. You guys ever want videos on herbs and, I guess a little bit on how to how to use them or how to prepare them or what they're good for or whatever, just let me know down in comments and maybe we'll do a video on that one day. But anyhow, this is what I've gotten started. I'm kind of happy that I finally did it. Makes me happy to be able to plant in the dirt a little bit. Another fun thing I did this week was Sunday. I met up with a couple of friends and we went to a book sale at one of the local libraries. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever been to them, but they're a lot of fun and you can get some really great deals. There's a website I check every so often, and I don't know if it does all the United States. In fact, I don't think it does. It does several states, and I'll look for it and post it down in the description. But I'm sure there's other websites out there. Maybe just do a little research and type in their local book sales or something like that. But this one will tell you mostly their libraries, and a lot of the books they're selling are just ones they're either replacing or getting rid of at the library themselves, or it'll be books and other media that people have donated. So anyhow, I wanted to show you guys some of the stuff I got. Like, I got some books for the grandkids, and most of the grandkids are too little for these. The couple older ones I don't see very often, but they could do these books just fine. In fact, the oldest one, she's beyond this. But, you know, she might find some interest in it, and I could read and pictures, and, you know. So anyways, this one is really cool. It's a great hardcover. It's American Folk Tales, and I just love the cover of it, because in the very center is Paul Bunyan and his ox, Blue. So I think stuff like that should be preserved. I think our kids should hang on to those stories. So I'm really anxious. They got Davy Crockett here, Johnny Appleseed, John Henry, the story of the Coyote and Bobcat, which I don't even know that one. So this should be really interesting. And then we got Brer Rabbit here, huh? And I got a variety of books. Oh, and by the way, you hear this bag, almost all of these library sales will have a bag day on Sundays. So anything you can fit in the bag is normally $5. I mean, how can you go wrong? And when they're not on sale, this particular library, I think and we did go on a Sunday. I think it was, all their books were like 50 cents to $1.50 if you didn't go on the bag day. I mean, of course, it's going to vary from library to library, but I think they're all similar to that. So it's a great deal. And we help support the local library. So we got a book here on the young Thomas Edison, Betsy Ross. And then this one just looked kind of neat. A Whiff of Pine, a Hint of Skunk, A Forest of Poems. I know, I mean, probably the grandsons in particular won't appreciate it, but you never know. It's good to make memories with them, reading with grandma, right? And then, oh, look at this here, a DVD. I just was, you know, going through them and looking at stuff that seemed interesting, and this was one that I've never heard of. It's called Silence. Martin Scorsese picture with, that looks like Liam Neeson, Andrew Garfield, and Adam Driver. Never heard of this movie, but then when I read the description on the back here, it sounded really interesting. So I made sure to put that in the bag, because, you know, whatever, they had books, magazines, DVDs, and I think they even had CDs there. So it's not just books, but mostly. The gardening area had been pretty well picked over, and it's not like needed a bunch of them anyways. I have a lot of gardening books, but this was interesting because I figured I could use it to help other people out, if not myself. Tough plants, unkillable plants for every garden. Interesting, huh? I'd really like to know about. I mean, I know of a couple myself that seem hard to kill, but as a couple, I'd like to know more. And then, oh yeah, that's it. This I thought was an interesting book, Dictionary of Wars. It's who fought whom, when, where, and why from 2000 BC to the present. And it says concise descriptions of the more than 1,700 recorded wars in human history. Includes global conflicts, civil wars, mutinies, punitive expeditions, undeclared wars, rebellions, and revolutions. Ooh, mouthful, huh? But I've always liked history, and in high school, history and civics were my two favorite subjects. So world history, American history, I like it all. So that's a good like reference book where you can, you know, read about one thing, walk away from it, come back another time. So I like that. But then I did go looking for some older cookbooks. And I love like little community or church cookbooks. But there were a lot of other women there trying to get my goods. Anyhow, this one, it says Complete Family Cookbook. And I especially like the spiral bound. You'll know how that is because then stuff lays flat better. I do a lot of recipes actually off the internet, but I have to keep going back to my phone or whatnot, so I still do like the paper cookbooks, and some of them are really unique and their covers are cool and everything. But I'm not even sure who put this out. It says it was printed in 1969, so that was a year after I was born, but it doesn't really say, you know, the company or anything. But it does have some really cool stuff in here. Like in the front here, they have a chart. It says Herb Chart Hints. So it tells you these neat little things on different herbs, how much to put for, you know, your dishes. Like for fish, it says oregano is good for stuffing. And garlic is good, suitable for all fish. But cloves are best for boiled fish. So, I mean, wow, it's kind of neat. And then it has, you know, I forget who used to put those out where they did it like this. But you have different headers here. Appetizers, barbecues, desserts, casseroles and quick meals, candies and cookies, breads and sandwiches, meats, fish and shellfish. So it's really cool. And then, wait a minute, does it say, no, it just says it's by Curtin Publications. This one, Basic Delights, and it's kind of cute because they got a drawing here of a mouse eating a big piece of cheese. The Brown Deer Junior Women's Club. I don't even know if they have clubs like that around anymore. So, it's saying it's dedication in honor of the recycling program's 10th anniversary. But I'm not seeing a date in here. It says who the chairman is and who did the artwork and all of that. And it has a little blessing here. A blessing be upon the cook who seeing buys this little book, and buying tries and tests its wares, and testing throws away her cares, and carefree tells her neighbor cook to get another such a book. That is so cute. But anyhow, it gives you all these different recipe, and then the lady who made it. And I love these books because a lot of times they print it up exactly how the lady wrote it. And sometimes it's kind of funny reading somebody else's directions because you're kind of like, huh? Because you're maybe not familiar with their terminology, but to them it made complete sense. So it's fun. It's fun to go back and just kind of looking at this, like the different kind of recipes they have in here. I want to say this is probably from the 70s, but the one good thing too is when you're looking at stuff like this is to see if you have a favorite recipe and there's one in here, how they vary or how, you know, the different results you can get, or just by using different ingredients. So it's kind of neat. I like doing that stuff. And even if I don't really make much out of these books, it's still fun to go through them. So anyhow, that has been my week so far. Friday is when I'm making those cookies, and I'm going to the soup dinner, but Sunday is Easter. So I'm not entirely sure what video is going to be going up, but I wish you all a very happy and joyous holiday. I hope you have a very peaceful and wonderful and rememberable Resurrection Sunday. And you take care.